Imagine standing here on the New Jersey shoreline on a quiet summer morning. No traffic, no skyscrapers, no tourists. Just the Hudson River, the towering Palisades cliffs, and two of the most powerful men in America preparing to settle a score with pistols. This is the site of one of the most famous duels in American history. On July 11th, 1804, former Secretary of Treasury Alexander Hamilton and sitting Vice President Aaron Burr met here in Weehawken, New Jersey. By the next day, Hamilton would be dead, and Aaron Burr's political career would be finished.
I won't run from the storm. I arrive after it.
Hey guys, my apologies for the voiceover. There was some sort of fire or something across the street, and people just yelling. So I figured I'd do this. So this is like the whole boardwalk, promenade-ish area for the actual duel. That is beautiful. That's the financial district there. Go back. There's Manhattan. And then back over to Hill's Kitchen. But anyway, the spot we're looking at today is not exactly the same as it appeared in 1804, obviously. This isn't truly the site. It's like, if you look down to the Hudson, it's like 25 feet above the Hudson. So it was probably way down. Once we get over to the edge, I'll show you all those townhomes that are down there. But back then, the shoreline sat beneath the towering cliffs of the Palisades. It was isolated, difficult to reach, and hidden from public view. That made it for a perfect location for duels. And at least 18 documented duels took place here between the 1700s and the mid 1800s. Men came here to settle disputes involving politics, business, honor, and just personal insults. And Hamilton and Burr were simply the most famous participants. The duel did not happen because of a single insult. There you go. And they had helicopter tours that go up and down. So that was pretty loud too in that place. I think they had that penthouse for sale, that tall one, for like $300 million or some crazy ass shit like that. But anyway, the duel was the result of years of political rivalry and personal resentment. Alexander Hamilton was one of America's founding fathers. He helped create the nation's financial system. He founded the Federalist Party and served as George Washington's most trusted advisor. Aaron Burr was also brilliant. He was a Revolutionary War veteran, a lawyer. He was a senator, and eventually became the vice president of the United States. But Hamilton never trusted him. And for years, Hamilton publicly criticized Burr's character and ambitions. I know everybody's seen the play Hamilton, and that was really, really, really good. But I think their rivalry intensified during the presidential election of 1800. Hamilton disliked Thomas Jefferson, but he distrusted Burr even more. So when the election ended in a tie between Jefferson and Burr, Hamilton used his influence to help Jefferson win the presidency and keep Burr out of the White House. You see everything down there? That's probably where it was. I'm not sure. But Burr never forgot it. But by 1804, Burr's political future was collapsing. He was running for governor in New York. Hamilton again opposed him. And after Burr lost the election, a newspaper published reports claiming that Hamilton had made comments questioning Burr's honor and character. You didn't do that shit back then. But for a man living in the early 1800s, that was serious business. So I got these people in the picture. So what did Burr do? He demanded an explanation. Burr demanded. Hamilton refused. Burr demanded. Hamilton refused. He didn't want to retract his statements. Letters were exchanged. Tempers escalated. And eventually Burr issued a challenge. And a duel was arranged. This is pretty. And it was such a gorgeous day. This was... Did I put a date on here? This was last week. There's a lot of those lantern bugs that you're supposed to kill. The babies, they were all over the place. It looked like a ant thing. I'm just being more cautious. Figuring out where the hell that goes. On the other end, we didn't get that far in the video yet, but on the other end, on the other end, there was a staircase that went somewheres. And there was like some lady doing a tour, and she surmised that it's probably a way to get all the way down the cliff. Here we go. The houses here are gorgeous. All right, back to Hamilton Burr. So, July 11th, 1804. Before sunrise, both men left Manhattan separately and crossed the Hudson River. They arrived here in Weehawken. The duel followed a strict code of honor. Each man had a second who acted as witness and organizer, so you had a backup. The doctors waited nearby, pistols were prepared, and the distance between the two men was probably 20 paces. Again, Hamilton was 49, Burr was 48. And both understood that one of them might not leave here alive. So there's a lot going before we get to the actual firing the guns. There's conspiracy theories or things going around that did Hamilton intend to miss? And, if you look at it in Hamilton's perspective, he didn't have anything to gain by this. It wasn't worth his time to do it. But since he hurled those insults at Burr demanded you gotta come and deal with the consequences. But yeah, one of the great mysteries of American history remains what happened next. Some historians will believe Hamilton intentionally fired into the air, and then others probably believe he missed accidentally. But Hamilton had written before the duel that he intended to throw away his shot. He didn't want to kill Burr. Whatever happened, Hamilton's bullet missed, and Burr's did not. So his shot hit Hamilton in the abdomen and tore through vital organs. Hamilton collapsed almost immediately, and the duel was done. It only lasted seconds, but the consequences would last for centuries. This is beautiful. You guys should... This whole area smelled like honeysuckles. If anybody knows honeysuckles, oh my god, it smells so beautiful. I love these rocks. So we're going to go over to the other side in a couple minutes. They have I think it's a World War I monument to all the soldiers that died during their service to the country that were from Weehawken. And it's very pretty. And then there's going to be like a little statue of Hamilton's head and a rock And on the rock, it was supposedly used to prop Hamilton's head up after he was shot and fell to the ground. So that's where those stairs were down there. I couldn't figure out where they went. So Hamilton's final hours, I would say, after he was wounded, he was taken back across the Hudson River to New York City, where doctors quickly realized his injuries were catastrophic. Friends and family gathered around him, and by the next day, July 12th, 1804, Hamilton died. And he was only 49 years old. His funeral drew enormous crowds, and thousands lined the street. And America had lost one of its most influential founding fathers. So that's what happened with Hamilton. Burr, I think he was just destitute. He survived physically, but everybody knows politically he was finished. You can't kill Alexander Hamilton and not think people won't vote for you. It was kind of foolish. Here's the tree. It was dedicated by a few people. And they go on to tell you that, straight down here, 25 yards above the Hudson, that's where they actually did the duel. I can't get over the just smell of honeysuckles. It was just amazing here. There you go. See that rock back there? And then this is the little obelisk with his head on top. It's quite beautiful. The video will never do it justice. But I think I did I put down what the rock says? We'll find out once we turn this corner. So, although the murder charges were eventually dismissed, here's the duel again. The public viewed him as the man who killed Alexander Hamilton. I mean, dude was big shit. You know what I mean? His reputation never recovered. The vice president of the United States suddenly became one of the most hated men in America. So, it was suffice to say that his national political career effectively ended here in Weehawken on that July morning. Look at those townhouses. Those townhouses look so colonial. It's like in a Williamsburg section or in Philadelphia. So here's the rock. It says, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to type it for you. I'm gonna have to zoom in with my magnifying glasses. I see Aaron Burr at the end. People were throwing money on it too. But the original Dueling Grounds have changed dramatically over the years, like I said. All that road construction down there, the railroads, and the shoreline development. Much of the landscape is completely different. Several monuments have been built here and destroyed. And unfortunately, you do get vandals. And, souvenir hunters. They even took pieces of the earliest memorials piece by piece. I can't get over that. Just a ferry. So, like I said, today visitors can see the Hamilton Monument and the memorial area, which is like around us here. That commemorates the duel and its place in American history. But for me, standing here, it's difficult to imagine that one gunshot fired along this peaceful stretch of the river helped shape the future of the United States. And Hamilton's buried right over there, so that's... I gotta zoom out to see. Is that the financial district? So he's buried right down there at Trinity Church, which if you see the 9/11 memorial, the building, the name skips my brain right now. Oh, here we go. Look. So I'm going to type it out real quick. I'll let you all read that. So it was just basically the place where you got to poke it. And people were just chucking money into those holes. But here, where I'm standing right now in Weehawken, I just think two ambitious men came to settle a personal and political feud. One left wounded, and the other left disgraced. Neither truly won. So more than 2 centuries later, I think the names Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr remain forever linked to this spot on the Hudson River. This was a place where pride, politics, and honor collided in a single fatal moment back then, and where American history changed forever. So I think we're almost done. But listen, guys, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's absolutely free. It just helps me. It boosts my algorithm for YouTube. Eventually, I'll get paid for doing this somehow. I got this little thing that says what I'm getting paid from YouTube, and it says I'm getting paid $9 monthly. But I still make zero. But at least to come out to these cool ass spots, at least get to document it. You guys take it easy. Hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. You guys take care.